Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Tomb World Survival. Just another day on the rim for these guys. So there are some little changes that I want to make to the base. The first one would be to move this turret out a little bit, so that if it has to bait a shot from a doomsday launcher, it is able. Another one is to replace this door, or replace that wall with the door. This episode is going to be a landmark one. I am going to work on the ship reactor. Ooh, I say. Yes, ooh. Ship reactor. I know, right? Like, it's taken us long enough. Actually, you know what? I might make this... I'm trying to think of a way to build it where we don't get super unbelievably unnecessarily irradiated doing so. So, yeah, I'm going to have one all sorts of ugly reactor. I don't, at this point, don't really care. I'll put it there. So forget that. Thank you, but no thank you. Alright, other things I want to do. I'm going to expand this... Don't allow rotten. Expand this bug corpse zone because we have some bugs in the base again. And turn this on and just remind myself this is a rotten anything and this is stranger. Okay, yep. Kind of wish you could name them, but you can't. So other little changes I want to make. This turret is coming back outside here. So where is my limited radiation zone? It is... Alright, it's right there. This light is going to be reinstalled here. I also want to put another light out there, so I'll get that going. I'm going to get back to the lavish meals, because we're running low on all of that boomalope meat that I got. Alright, so we have some... Ooh, right. That's not good. No rads. No rads. Checking the medical tab. Pretty much, you know what? Everybody but Stormy and Janes are going to be no rads. Yeah, I think I need to do that. So, Stormy and Janes, you can move about the base. Everybody else, stay home. Caravan request. Bunch of ear implants for a golden plant pot, bionic eye, and pilla. Oh, God, no. I am not going to do that. What a weird trade. Alright, I'm going to haul these things in so they don't desiccate and rot out there. And then actually forbid all of the mega spiders. Oh, Kazumi got carcinoma. Alright, Kazumi, with your carcinoma of your head. Ugh. Yikes. I will cut that out of you right now. Excise, carcinoma head. Stormy, you ready? Yeah, you ready. Alright, let's give her meds and done. Fixing the head carcinoma before it spreads and kills you. Cool. Done. That was relatively easy. Alright, so this turret out here now can turn on, can bait out doomsday launch shots, and then turn off. This one should be off. Saving us a little power. We queued up a huge queue of, where's Hired Gun? Sleeping? We queued up a huge queue of shells. So we're working on that. Hired gun, you are cooking lavish meals. Good. That's what I want. Perfect. Rosie just gave birth. That is another boom rat to my repertoire. Let's go to animals. Oh, 2 more. Excuse me. Twinsies. Now, I don't know how comfortable I am sleeping this close to a giant stockpile of shells. Kind of regretting my placement there. Not gonna lie. But I'll do it anyway. Alright, so now we are butchering the bugs that need butchering. Good. Good, good, good. And with this retaining wall, we should be able to keep groups that like to spawn. Because boy, do they ever like to spawn here. We should be able to keep them out and away. One more thing I could do, security-wise. Well, let's see. Incendiary traps. I can't place it too close to the map edge. That's lame. I could try to place them here. But that's really close to my own power. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll brainstorm it. Alright, Kazumi, the butcher creature. I'm going to allow this meat to get a little higher. And that way we can make some room. I need it even higher, don't I? Let's get a lot of insect meat. Trying to get rid of all these mega spiders so I don't actually have to haul them anyway. That'd be ideal. And in fact, I will go so far as to paint this like this so that we don't have to haul those either anywhere. Well, the bug trap is all ready. Just we haven't really had opportunity to spring it. All right, let's lower this back down to like 300. Alright, Mr. Janes. This reactor is outside of the allowable zone, so I'm going to include it. I'm also probably... something I should probably do is expand my power grid, especially solar. So that wouldn't be a terrible idea to do over here. Just to offset the grow lights a little bit better. And hopefully this area here gets left alone by raiders. It generally is not a target because it's not that close to the base. So 3 more solar power solar generators ought to be a decent amount. You know, actually, I might just, let's see, power. Put wind there. Yeah, let's do wind. Just in case I have, like, a solar flare or something like that. Alright, that's a lot of steel, a lot of components. A lot of time in the nasty irradiated zones. I'm going to lower my... Oop. I'm going to lower my... Come on. Lower my shells down to 30. I think it's a little bit more reasonable amount. Alright, so at this point, we no longer have normal meals. We just have lavish ones. So let's... set lavish back. No, we're making some normal ones, but I think people will prefer the lavish, even though it has a little insect meat, a little crunch to it, a little extra protein, you know. Where is... Ah, yes. No, I never generated the planet. I apologize. So I was going to Caravan Stormy so that Stormy spends the least amount of time, you know, out in the irradiation. So Storm. Got the pemmican. Gonna load up some slag. And all but 2. I would say that's pretty good. Perfect. All right. Well, we got all that. One quick caravan trip. And the pemmican's useful. And I can send it to the trade outpost and keep it there or something. I don't know. Janes is trying to add to our uranium, which is really nice. We have a lot of slug turrets. We have 4, in fact, that need to fire up. So, generally speaking... Oh, you know what? I probably ought to create sandbags along those walls so that raiders don't hug. Honestly, I should probably also do it over here. Oh, so much radiation. But it's needed. That way, enemies that come in don't hug the walls. Medical emergency. Wait. How is that, how are you getting irradiated in a no-rad zone? That, I am wondering. Okay. I need to repaint the no-rad zone. I shrunk the, overhead mountain. And, never changed the zone. Or not the overhead mountain, I shrunk the, you know, roof tiles or whatever. Alright. Power is holding, but really, honestly, could use the bonus power. You know, part of me is not even sure I want that much. I'm just going to reduce this down to just the wind and the 1 solar, 1 wind. Little extra oomph, you know? Should be enough. Kazumi has nothing to do. He's just pacing at this point. Alright, Aggro's almost done with his shell queue. New lovers, Stormy and 11. Okay. Well. Alright, so Acid, you're losing your bed. Stormy and 11. Go ahead and take it. Acid, you're going to take Tony's old bed. I don't think Tony wants to sleep next to Stormy. And then Tony, you are going to take... I don't know, either one of these. They're all nice beds. I was sort of not expecting that. But 11 really likes Stormy, so, you know. Who am I to get in the way of that? That's just about every shell that we needed. Making up some components. And then, of course, a lot of our advanced components are going to get dumped into this ship reactor. That's pretty much what should happen, to be honest. Let's see. So I'm going to make advanced components up to 20. Psychic Soothes ending. Whole lot of people are idle, but mostly that is due to the fact that they are radiation risks. Aggro and Cephalo. No, I'm going to keep everybody. I'm going to keep everybody that's currently restricted until they hit roughly 0. We're trying to keep our tea and beer up. You know what? One thing I could do is do a little run of smoke leaf. I don't tend to like smoke leaf because it makes you really, really unproductive when you use it. Talking to RimWorld only here. But when you have critically low mood, it can be useful. I won't deny that. Oh, so this light was supposed to go here. The purpose of these lights is to allow us to move a little faster in the dark north. But only Stormy or Janes can set those up. Just sort of poking around the map here. Kind of resources, etc. that I have access to. This little nice little mining room that I've not even put any time into yet. Yet is the important word, right? All right, aggro is cranking out the components. Stormy, I'm gonna have you start delivering the materials I need to the ship. You seemed rather idle. I know my steel is super dwindling. Janes will help with that. Got cargo pods. Oh, they landed elsewhere. Oh, smoke leaf. Alright, let's reallow all of the bugs. Because we're also feeding kibbles and stuff. Alright, so the uranium drill is off, so we're only mining steel. Stormy. Oh, no, it's not all delivered. Meteorite, limestone. Okay, well, you know, whatever. Alright, so I am, according to... No, that's entirely possible, yeah. Don't have enough plasteel to even finish that because I've been throwing them into advanced components. That's kind of funny. Did I have deep drill plasteel? Do I know where it is? So this is steel. That's steel, obviously. This is gold, as labeled. Uranium. It's kind of annoying that the overlay disappears. This was silver and okay, so this right here is plasteel. I'm going to reinstall this drill right here. And start mining up plasteel. That is a recurrent bottleneck. Alright, plasteel, here we come. That's a pretty healthy node of plasteel, so we should be okay with that for a while. I don't think I've checked what some of this stuff is, or if I have, I've since forgotten. We're also kind of low on regular steel as well. Not to downplay our economy. Cefalu, you are going to be set to limited radiation, which means you're cleaning dirt somewhere I don't really care to clean dirt. Okay. I don't actually want to clean there. I don't mind that getting filthy. Alright, so he is working on the additional generators. That's good. James is cranking out more steel. That will work towards the additional generators. I'd like to get to a point where I can turn off these chem fuel generators and not need them on until I have some sort of emergency situation. That'd be good. I'm going to start removing some of this area here from home zone because it's one of those like not likely to burn. We don't really need to worry about it, so I'll just take it off the list. So Cefalu is working on these. All the components, or all the steel in one of them already. Barriers rotted away. That's not good. Alright, so I got sensory mechanites on Semph, Kazumi, and Hired Gun. So both of my chefs. Just a reminder of what this does. It is painful, but it makes you tired, but you work a lot faster. So, yeah. I guess. Not ideal, but, you know. It is what it is. Alright, so Stormy, you should not be out here anymore. You're going to be on NORADs. You just hit medical emergency. More cargo pods. Really about as far away from usable as one could receive pods. Wow, we are throwing out fertilized eggs. Oh no, I think they've been there a while. Now I think about it. So the added pain that Semph's in definitely hurt in the old mood. And then taking a look at my rice stocks, they fall pretty quickly as soon as I eat lavish meals. I could, once I hit about 1K, I'll think about making simple meals instead. Keeping my stocks, you know, nice and secure, I guess. We'll keep an eye on that. Alright, so we got a solar flare. That's not good. Now, the thing is... The thing is, I have to make a prediction. Will the solar flare kill off the rice or not? I don't know. Like, I can't know these things. So, I'm just going to assume that it won't and hope I'm not wrong. Alright, so follow, just build that. And you're going to get put on NORADs. Ooh, solar flare flash storm. Getting a little creepy. Bandit Camp quest for a bunch of uranium furniture. No, probably won't be doing that. So because we, no, won't be offering anyone safety either. Because we, don't have any tasks to do, with electricity, flash storms over, boy, the rice. I could set some fires up, but that doesn't really keep the rice alive because it's the hydroponic basins that are unpowered that are really the problem. Why would you eat that? What were you doing, 11? You ran outside, you ran into the radiation. You wanted your lunch with a healthy course of radiation? That's entirely what it looked to me. Alright, so I'm harvesting. I don't believe that the power's coming back in time. I might as well get a micro yield of rice. Oh, yeah, it came back in time, but 2%. I couldn't have known. I'm still gonna harvest it out. So some of my all of my hill root died. kind of a nasty solar flare, just long enough to kill off my crops. Well, guess I'll be waiting for that heal root. I do believe this is... yeah, that's the last advanced component. Now we're back to regular components. I'll make up to 35. And Aurora! Man, the Mother Earth has been throwing a lot of mixed signals, I've got to say. Speaking of which, slate falling from the sky, that would be another one. Alright, so Cefalu and Stormy, I think, need to be restricted. Stormy and Cefalu and everyone else can be outside. Figured if they come all the way out there to construct, might as well actually do it all at once and not, you know, piecemeal one at a time, which drives me mad. See, you're doing it again. That is how to get incredibly unnecessarily irradiated 101. Alright, so my sandbag, keep away from the walls project is done. I could have done it in graves, would be a little bit cheaper, but I kind of like the aesthetics of sandbags, and also the fact that, I don't know, I just like sandbags. What can I say? Doesn't really require explanation. So we've got Jane's cranking out more steel, and Aggro turning them into components, so that we might be able to repair and replace stuff that dies during the raids, and then we will start to mine the plasteel. I really wish I had another capable miner. I suppose I could kick it to Semph, and have Semph maybe deep drill as well. The portions he's going to get aren't going to be as large, but he does have skill 6, which is not nothing. So we'll try. He's also, he's got the mechanites, sensory mechanites, so he'll be doing it quicker. Semph, you need to stop hitting on Poppy. You really, really do. So I think occasionally if I do a supplementary rice grow in the second farm, I'll be able to just keep eating lavish, which is... works for me, man. Lavish bug meat. Now, I think what I'll do is I'm going to queue up lavish meals forever. Now that we're heading into the sort of end game, I also see that my Luciferium stocks are falling. One thing I could do to replace Luciferium stocks is try to find Ancient Dangers, but they're really, really, really hard to find. Or try to trade for it, which is another alternative, which is not as tricky. So how's this? This added power is helpful a little bit. Especially if I conserve it. If I conserve some power, that'd be nice. Let's add another battery in. I'm going to add a few more batteries so that we have a nice supply of power for when we need it. I'm not so much a fan of Semph being on that drill, but that's okay. So we have to get up to 280 plasteel in order to make the ship reactor. This looks like a good process. Getting a lot of work done there, that's for sure. Another thing I ought to take a look at. Alright, so the clothing qualities. 11 shield belt is kind of low hit point. I wanted to make a spare shield belt, actually. So I'm going to have aggro queue one of those up. That also requires plasteel, though, so that will set us back a little bit. So let's take a look. Our pants, shirts. Okay, we have a lot of clothing that is sort of ruined. So what I'm going to do is set everybody to 95 or 90 plus. That way, going into the in-game raids, we have really nice stuff. And that way I can sort of account for who needs better clothing. So we might end up getting some nudity as a result. But at least it will tell me how much stuff I need to make. As you can see, I'm going to need to make power armor and... yeah. Whole bunch of power... Tony is just running around naked. Okay, that's... Tony, could you put clothing on? What's funny is apparently I have... Alright, so the button-down shirts here, what I'm going to do is... yeah. Set these to 90 plus. 90 plus. As you can see, as soon as I set it to 90 plus, I no longer have valid clothing anymore. I have a toque. That's all I have. So, aggro. You are going to take Wake Up and get tailoring. The other issue I see is I have some plain leather, and that's pretty much the extent of the materials I have spare. Yes, now we have a lot of naked people. I now understand how low my... okay. Oof. Alright, so let's... Cotton is not the most secure material to work with, but let's do a run of cotton. Oh, good. Alright, so we don't have a raider coming while we're all naked on the home tile. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do here is allow for 80 plus. The 90 plus was a bit too extreme, and everybody got naked. Right, well, there's a shield belt. That will be good. This raider, Patricia, is somehow dodging all the turrets. These turrets have horrible shots. Come on, just kill her. Was all of a sudden. Alright, well, there's a few leftover toques. Alright, let's work on pants and shirts before dusters. The materials for these we will allow for plain leather. Go tailor. Boomrat is pregnant again. Gonna have so many Boomrats. So a lot of the leftover clothing that I'm not using, We'll just make a trade run for. So what I need to do is I need to have Poppy have warm enough clothing that she can survive said trade run. So I need to put on, with her, let's check her gear. I'm going to force wear this. And force wear this. Alright, now she's a lot warmer. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to send Poppy to do a trade run. She'll bring all the packs of survival meals. She is going to bring little tea for herself. Maybe a wake up. And then really all of these clothing that we've determined is rundown, broken, etc. I realize Caravan mass is really, really up there. She can't even... She's at capacity, isn't she? Alright, and if there's more silver or something to be had, I can also send the marine armors. And obviously, marine armors are going to be something I'm going to need to make before the end. A lot of prep. A lot of clothing prep. Too bad boom lobes don't haul. I'm going to have her consume a lavish meal. And she got sick. Well, that's good. No, don't go wandering out there. What are you doing? Alright, there's some shirt that's not available, but I don't care. Let's go visit Eos. And trade. She's sick, but, you know, this wasn't so much about making a lot of money. This was more about freeing up base space. So they have 900 silver, and that's not enough to cover the cost of what I'm selling. They have Doomsday Launcher, though. Is there something better I could do? In all honesty. She's probably not going to be able to carry enough plasteel to make that doable. So what if it was... Ooh, Thrumbo... Oh, this is Thrumbo fur. I've since sold them. So a ton of cloth. And advanced components. That works perfectly. I'm okay with this trade entirely. The cloth will help to clothe me, and then the advanced components could be used for the power armor or whatever. Alright, so health. Let's allow you to eat anything. And then go to the world. I think it's actually in my advantage for her to, like, rest off the food poisoning. So I'm probably not going to have her re-enter the tile until her food poisoning is, like, 0. So that she's not stuck stumbling around, essentially. You gotta stop hitting on Poppy. Like, seriously. Getting a little weird now. We have some unhappy nudity. So another one of my plans was to... Yeah, let's switch this over to cotton as well. Well, we're about to get a bunch of cotton. I'll keep it on smoke leaf. We're about to trade a bunch with Poppy. So there's, I guess, no need to panic. Harvest. Drug lab. Up here... We are... Gonna put some smoke leaf storage in here. So we have unhappy nudity of no pants and no shirt? No. Chains, no pants. So yeah, we need some pants. What I'm going to do... Oh, it's already the top queue. Alternatively, honestly, flak pants would not be a terrible thing to make had I the resources. Just to make sure that, you know, our legs don't get shut off. But I think I'm going to go with cloth. It's just a little bit cheaper. And most of my guys have bionic legs anyway. So the flak pants are not super necessary. Got an eclipse, so solar is going to be low, low, low. Power's still okay, though. We almost have the necessary amount of plasteel in order to make the ship reactor. That's a nice landmark. Poppy is just sort of sitting here, waiting for her food poisoning to go at least back to initial so she can move around the map faster. It's really not safe to have her try to avoid radiation the way she is. Alright, let's get some Psychoid cranked out. Up here, I think I'm going to not allow Psychoid leaves anymore. Because I don't need to make too many more drugs. Alright, you've arrived, you're recovering. Sure, I can have you enter this tile now, and hopefully you don't end up on the wrong side of everywhere. Like they always do, just to plague me. Just to make my life harder. Okay, so the plasteel that I had definitely just got... Yeah. Here's my ship reactor. That we can manufacture. I'm going to temporarily steal a light. Jane's hypothermic. Jane's. Let's get you back southbound. Poppy, you are... Oh, goodness. So stupidly, unbelievably, why the hell far away from the necessary area that you're going to need to be. Lovely. That's precisely what I wanted to have happen. She's going to be a whole mess of cancer, I think. Alright, so we cranked through all of our, yep, I know. All of our rice into these lavish meals. Let me temporarily set hold on that. %. Alright, it could be worse. I'm going to have her just chill out here for a little bit. And lower her percentage down so she doesn't, you know, get further irradiated when she lands here. Alright, so rice stocks, meat stocks. I think my meat stocks could probably shrink a little. I'm not going to make simple meals anymore. We don't need them. I'm going to expand my lavish meals even further. Alright, Poppy. Let's see. What do you need? Drink Psychite tea. Now, she might have a mental breakup here, so let's get her home. I'm going to bring the pack of survival meals. Nah, I'll leave them. The advanced components, the cloth, and the silver. No. There was more cloth than that, Poppy. I wonder why that... Huh. I feel like I maxed out the haul for cloth. I don't know what was going on there. Let's try this again. Poppy, with all of the cloth. I mean, I'm doing all of it. I didn't do it a different way. And the advanced components. There we go. Alright, launch here. And we have a perfect, I'm just going to end it right here. We have a perfect, not even cliffhanger because, alright, you should be on NORADs. We will obviously have our bug trap tested for us for free. Well, that's a great place for me to stop, guys. So if you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, anything like that, drop me a line. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments. If you're looking forward to the Reactor raids, I am too, and I hope you tune in next time. Thank you all for watching. Adios.